Hi guys, Paul again. Right, just going to run through a couple of the elements that are on the sidebar of your dashboard. We're going to look at the CRM. What that means is it's a client relationship management system, and this is where you can see your customers and the inquiries. Okay, customers. If we look quickly, we're using our test site again, Spanish New Homes, and we've got a couple of inquiries down here. But if we look at the customers, we can browse all the customers that we've got to date, and they're just listed out there for you. It also, on the dashboard screen for the customers, it gives you some basic details here: first name, last name, email address, and the source of where it's come from. So that's come from a property inquiry form. So that's the property detail page on the front end of your site that we've explained. And someone's filled in a contact form there, and obviously we've got a copy of that inquiry. It's added it immediately into your customers and added it into the inquiry section as well. You can look at the customer here. There's some very basic details there. We're going to be updating that on version 2 of the dashboard that's going to be coming in a couple of months. Okay. Now you can also add a new customer. Now this is quite important. This is how you register a customer to yourself. Say for example you're chatting to someone on Facebook, you've done a couple of posts, you're now on Messenger talking. You obviously try and push the customer to the property detail page so they register their details and it all comes through automatically. If not, no problem. We can just add a customer here, Mr. Paul, very good name. Testing. Nationality of the customer here, we'll call him Spanish. And the contact details are Paul Testing at test.com. Phone number is 0044 123 456 789. Mobile number 0044 123 456 789. And then the network details, this is where the sources come from. So if the client submits a contact on the property detail form or on the contact page, we'll get notification of that and it logs where it's come from. But of course, if you're speaking on Facebook, we can't log that at the moment, so you just write Facebook down there. It gives us an idea and you an idea of where that contact's come from. Now, it's important to fill out all those details because sometimes another agent might have been contacted by Paul Testing. So we need to know exactly who each client is, and we do that by the email address and the phone numbers. Then if we add, that client's added for you. If we go back to customers and browse, there's Paul Testing, and he's come from Facebook. Okay. So that's a list of customers. Now, customers and inquiries are different because if we have a browse of the inquiries that have come through automatically, this is the ID of the inquiry. This is the stage on the sales funnel that we'll talk to you about in another video that customer is at. So, optimistically, this customer is Paul. Customer King, and this is the property reference that he's interested in. When you look at the inquiry, it opens up the entire inquiry sheet for that property with the sales funnel and with everything there for you. Okay, let me just run through adding an inquiry manually and we'll come back to the inquiry sheets. Okay, so the client has decided not to go to the property detail page but wants you to add the inquiry manually. Every time you speak to someone who's interested in a property, if they've not gone through the system and added or put in an inquiry themselves, you need to add the inquiry relevant to the customer, otherwise you could lose the lead. We don't want you to do that. We want the lead to be yours. We want it all to be automated and accounted for. So if we click on customer, we'll use Mr. Testing that we've just added. Now Mr. Testing was interested. If we go to our main site here, you all know which property Mr. Testing was interested in. As an example, And you'll have to forgive the speed of the internet here in Spain. It's a bit windy as I'm doing this today, which means that nothing works properly, of course. So let's scroll down. Let's say he's interested in this property, for example. Okay, quite a nice property. It's a 1-bed, 1-bath in Torrevieja. Good value, communal pool. Okay, we'll take the property reference number. And as we've been talking to him, we'll do a search for that reference. There it is. So we know that Mr. Testing is interested in that property. So, also, he wants further details on the community charge. Community charge. Okay. Now we've added that inquiry. Excellent. If we go back to our list of inquiries and browse, we'll see that Mr. Testing has been added. He's at the new stage, and there's the property reference.